I'm going to go ahead and just get going. So let me hide this little guy over here so I can see what I'm doing. All right, so I decided that I wanted to make sure that we got some recognition in tonight because we've had guest speakers for so long. I feel like we've sort of skipped this part, and it's so important, and I really wanted to, you know, just mention to everybody. And let me just see by like hands. Can you guys see my screen? Can you see the slide? Okay, perfect. All right, so I just wanted to welcome all of these guys to the team. We have 15 new people that have been added to the team this week. So I thought that was pretty awesome. And if you're on here, welcome to your first team call. And then let's talk a little bit about Success Club. So we have so many people who already have helped one or two people get started this month. We've got Lindsay Jones and Kat Falcone, Melanie Kendall, Rachel Jenks, Amanda Price, Beth Corbeau, Kylie Jolliker, Ryan Crocker, Laura Schrepper, Katie Meserve, Ryan Nichols, Mindy Layton, Bridget Schlosser, Tracy Dunn, and Katie Gamage. All of you guys have helped at least one person get started on their journey for the month, and I think that's amazing when you look at those numbers and realize that that actually means that people are being helped and lives are being changed, and that's a big deal, and we should celebrate every single point on the board. And then congrats to Jenny Jorgensen for being in Success Club already with 6 points, and I'm also in Success Club with 5. And so again, guys, if you're newer and you're on this call, what Success Club means is that you're helping at least 3 people get started towards their health and fitness journey each month. And in doing so, you're making sure that your business is pushing forward. You're making sure that your business is growing. And also, you're leading yourself to Success Club 10, which can get you customer leads as well as the commissions attached to them. And that, like, more than accounts for all of your business fees, your Shakeology, etc. throughout the year. If you get SE10 every single month, you actually are making far more money just because of that than you are spending, and that's not counting your commissions. That's not counting your, that's not counting your commissions off the initial sales or anything like that. That's literally just because of the leads that you get from Success Club. So that's pretty cool and something awesome to shoot for. Alrighty. And something I'm realizing as I'm talking about Success Club is I didn't put it on here, but congrats to Lindsay Feeney Hall, who is in her 2nd month of Success Starters. And that means that if she gets Success Club, when she gets Success Club this month, she will officially get her free ticket to Summit, which is our biggest event of the year. And then also congratulations to the new Emeralds on the team. We have Laura Matsko, I believe. I don't want to mispronounce your name, guys. Sorry. Laura Schrepper, and then Kristen Jordan. Congrats, you guys. And so Emerald means that they've activated their business center. That means that they're eligible for cycle bonuses now. That means that they have at least 2 coaches, one on each side. So they've created their legs that they're building on. And it's your first stepping stone. And really, it teaches you how to become a diamond coach because it's just doing that 3 more times and teaching one person on each side to do it once. So when you think about it that way, you realize, wow, I have everything I need already to teach other people to do this. So that's really cool. I'm seeing something in the chat. What is that? Yay, Lindsay. All right, so next, let's look. All right, and I know this was last month, but it was at the very end of last month, and this is too big of an accomplishment for us to just pass by. So I wanted to give Nicole Garland a huge, well, it's not Garland anymore, it's Poulin, a huge shout out, huge shout out for going 2-star in her business center. And what that means, you guys, is that she has at least 1 diamond coach on each side of her business. And when you go 2-star in this business, you actually get to sign yourself up again. So what that means is Nicole can fill out a form and get her 2nd business center going. She can put that business center in her weak leg of her business and help lead that to diamond, because all of the people that she puts under there, the Success Club points will count for her 1st business center. All the volume points will help her cycle more in her 1st business center, and she can cycle in her 2nd business center, and she can also help her rank by becoming a diamond and heading up to 3-star. So it's a huge accomplishment in this business, and I just wanted to say congrats. That's freaking amazing. Keep rocking it. All right. Updates. So a couple updates for you. Register for Super Saturday. You guys see me posting about it. I'm going to continue to post about it probably almost every single day for the next 3 weeks until every single person on this team gets registered for it. And when you sign a new coach, you get them registered for it as well. Invite people you know, invite your challengers, invite people that you want on your team, invite your family and friends, because who knows, they could come just to support you and see what you're doing and what interests you, and then maybe potentially leave with like, whoa, wait a second, I might want part of this. So don't underestimate like inviting every single person. These events really can be like the big aha moment for you and your business. It's hearing from successful coaches and those who've gone before you and hearing their stories and their successes and their top tips of what they're doing to push their business forward. You might just have that moment of like, oh, I never thought of it that way. Or so-and-so had said that, but it didn't really click until she just said it. So make sure you get there and make sure you get folks there. Also, I'm going to tell you, like, the first event that I ever went to, the first Super Saturday I went to, we went to down in Massachusetts. I went with Ryan, Kat Falcone, and Brianna, who drove in an ice storm to get down to us and even went off the road at one point, but still made it down here. And we got then in a car and drove 2 hours down to the event. And we all left there just so pumped up. And like, we had chills. Like, all of a sudden, everybody stands up and moves the chair so you can all do a workout together. And you're like, oh my God, like, this is what this is. This is what it's about. This is so cool. It's so cool. So get your butts there. You're not going to regret it. It's going to open up your mind to show you like the big scheme of things. Dress funky, guys. It's a Halloween theme. Halloween workout theme. So get like creative and dress up and have a good time. We've got cool raffles. We've got awesome giveaways. We have some like Shakeology samples that we'll do, like treats, like balls, like and stuff like that, and all this stuff. It's going to be amazing. We have 5 elite coaches under one roof there to give you information. There will be an elite panel. There will also be a spouse panel so that anybody who has a significant other that may not be 100% in this or supportive of you, it'd be great to get them there so they can hear that, not every couple starts out like that. I was the unsupportive spouse, for instance, and I know that a couple of the people that we're hearing from on Super Saturday will tell you their stories too, and their husbands will share why they weren't, how it changed, and why they're now part of it or in it, at least 100% behind their spouse saying, hey, you know what, do your thing. Okay, second, sneak peek tomorrow night. So we're going to do our sneak peek tomorrow night at 9:30 p.m. or 9 p.m., sorry. We always do it at 9 p.m. But at 7:30, I'd like to invite you guys. Some of the leaders and I did this last time. We just got together on a Zoom call, just like this, but you could just see each other. And we just made it a little friendly competition. So we invited as many people as we possibly could through private message to come to the sneak peek that night. And every person that we got a yes for counted. And so whoever had the most yeses within that hour won like a fun little prize. So we'll do that again. So be there at 7:30 if you want to jump on and get going with inviting some people. Again, guys, don't prejudge. Anybody that you've talked to about joining your group with a challenge pack that said that it's too expensive, reach out to them and see if they'd be interested in joining the sneak peek. Anyone who is in your challenge groups currently that is either signed up with as a discount coach or just as a customer, invite them and say, you're rocking the group right now. I know you love the program. I know you're seeing results. Have you ever considered coaching with me? I've got this cool thing going on tomorrow night at 9. So invite them, invite your dream team. So write down that list of people that you're like, I want this person on my team, and invite them. Invite everybody you can think of, you guys. And just like I'll post it again in the team page. We always do, but there's a few little blurbs that you can use to invite. So we make it even super duper easy for you to do. You just copy and paste and send it out. And I guarantee you that 95 to 99% of the people that you invite are like, yeah, sure, add me. And the worst thing that happens is they leave there with some information and you've planted that seed, and they may not do it right then and there. Some of them will. Our last one was super successful. I signed 3 coaches out of it. I know Meg signed 2 coaches out of it. I think Leslie signed a coach out of it. So they definitely work. It's the power of the team. The energy is incredible. So get your people there. All right. So there is that. All right. Tonight, I want to talk about taking action to grow your business. So one of the ways that you can take action to grow your business is attending events and taking part in things such as sneak peeks and inviting people to it, right? So those are big ways to grow your business. You always want to make sure that you're taking advantage of those business building activities that you have around you. And so we're going to talk a little bit about taking action tonight. I just did these slides right before I got on here. So if there's any typos, that's why. And if they're not in the right order, that's probably why, because I didn't even review it before I added it here. And I didn't practice at all either. So we'll see how this goes. But I loved this quote by Gandhi, and you're going to see little quotes throughout this entire presentation about taking action and what that means for your business. So the future depends on what you do today. And, you know, I love that quote, and I'm sure you guys have heard a lot of other coaches say it, but, you know, this business is all about duplication, and this business is about the compound effect. It's about those little daily behaviors that you do every single day that may not seem that big, but over time, they all add up. And if you're not doing them, you're not moving forward, but also you could be moving backwards. And you have to ask yourself, since you're in the compound effect business and since you're in the duplication business, if somebody, meaning one of your coaches, did exactly what you did today, would they be successful? And you signed them on to be somebody who had a dream, who has a why, who's going towards it, who wants to achieve it and wants to succeed. So as their coach, you have a responsibility to them to be setting that example for them. And that's really how you lead, is by taking action yourself. So what usually holds us back from taking action? Because I know that's the first thing that every single person on this call is going to do. They're going to go, that's great, and I wish I could take action, and I want to take action, and I want to build my business, and I don't know what's holding me back. And here's the thing. Inaction breeds fear. The more you hold back, the more you don't do your business, the more you don't invite every single day or post every single day, the more and more afraid you're going to get of doing so. So I wanted to talk a little bit about those things that hold us back. Number one is fear. And there's like 5 fears that are there throughout. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of rejection, fear of not being good enough, and I didn't put it on here, but fear of what other people think of us, right? So I guess what we need to do is ask ourselves, fear of failure. So what does failure really mean, right? I think that we were all brought up in the day and age where like we were so afraid to get like an F on a paper or a test at school. Like it just made us bad people. We failed. Like there were no do-overs. You know, we were going to get a bad grade in that class, and like, you know, we just sucked, right? But that's actually so far from the truth. In the real world, every single time we try something and we don't succeed at it, we learn what not to do, right? Or maybe we take something out of it that we're like, oh, but this worked well and I can improve on it this way. You guys, you should actually be trying to fail. You should be failing faster. The faster you fail, the closer you're getting to success, right? I never worried about failing in this business. I never worried about like not knowing enough or worrying about like running a group, because what if this group fails? So what if it fails? If it fails, I try again, right? It's just a stepping stone to success. And, you know, I know there's that whole example of like Thomas Edison and the light bulb. How many light bulb variations did he make before it worked?
Over 10,000.
I think it was over 10,000, right? So if he had such a fear of failure that after that first time he was like, oh, I failed, I can't do this, you know, we'd be living in the freaking dark ages, right? So do not let a fear of failure hold you back. Every time you fail, I want you to stop and I want you to tell yourself, this is freaking awesome. Great, I failed. What did I learn from it? Move on. Let it go. Move on. Let it go. Move on. And anytime you hear that little thing in your head that's saying, you know, oh, I don't want to start this group because what if I don't do well at it? Remember me saying that to you. By failing, you're learning. So shoot for failure. You know, a really fantastic freaking book is Go for No. You guys, if you haven't read that yet, super thin book. I think it's like 100 pages. You can read it in a couple hours. And it's all about going for no, and how when you actually go for those failures, you do better than everybody else that's just going for the yeses. You know, because if you had to go through, you know, if you reached out to 5 people, right, and you got one yes out of that, but your goal for the day was just to reach out to 5 people or to just get one yes, then that's all you got. But if you had to get 5 actual no's to keep going, that means that you probably had to talk to that many more people, especially in this business. You're going to realize that when you talk to people, they don't say no. They don't say no. They say, maybe not right now, or I have to wait till I get paid, or when I get paid, or I have to wait till the kids go back to school, whatever excuses they use, right? Or I have to wait till I finish drinking this crap shake that I bought at the store, whatever it might be, you know, you don't actually get a no. So to get that hard no is actually harder. So on your way to getting that no, you're talking to more people. You're potentially getting more yeses because you have a certain amount of no's that you need to reach. And so you're actually far more successful than the person who is just shooting for like a yes for the day. All right. Failure of success. You guys, this, and know that one of these is of not being good enough, but failure of success or fear of success is actually that you don't believe you're worth it. You don't believe you're worth it. So if you don't believe that you're worth it, if you don't believe that you deserve a better life, that you deserve a better future, that you deserve whatever that why is, that is, you know, it's holding you back because you don't believe that you deserve it, you need to be doing a whole lot more personal development. A lot of personal development. That is what's going to get you to that place where you're like, no, this is a lie and I am a badass and I can do this and I do deserve this. So make sure that if it's a fear of success, that you're actually working a lot more on your head, right? Fear of rejection. Guys, it holds us all back a little bit. Nobody wants to be rejected. Nobody wants to be told that, like, you know, nobody wants to be told no. But what I just said to you is if you're going for no's, you're going to be more successful, but also you have to realize and separate yourself, right? When they're rejecting it, they're rejecting it. They're not rejecting you. They're not saying, no, I hate you. I can't believe that you offered this to me. You're such a horrible person. They're just not ready yet. And so they're saying no to whatever you have to offer them, whether it be the opportunity or the workout or the Shakeology or whatever it might be at the moment, but they're not rejecting you. So just remember that you actually have an opportunity and an obligation to be offering something to somebody that can completely change their health, can completely change their finances, can change their life. And so when somebody is rejecting that, they're just not ready for it yet. They're not rejecting you. But when they are ready, you're the first person they're going to think of. So when you're thinking about being, you know, feeling like, fear of rejection, realize that it's not you that they're rejecting. It's that they're just not ready yet for what you're offering them. Fear of not being good enough. I mean, honestly, if I could have like everybody like sort of raise your hand who's ever had that feeling of not feeling like they're good enough, right? Like you're not a good enough leader. You're not a good enough, friend. You're not a good enough employee. You're not a good enough spouse, like whatever it might be, you know? And the truth is that you don't have to be perfect in this business, and everybody else feels that same way. So who cares, right? And that, again, is going to go back to personal development, because that's going to help you realize that you don't have to be perfect to be amazing, and that you are put on this planet for a reason. There's only one you, and because there's only one you, that's what's going to attract other people to you in this business. We all have the same programs, products, etc. to offer somebody. The difference is you. And those feelings of not being good enough at points, share them, because other people relate to that. And other people are going to be like, wait, if they feel like that and they can do this, then I can do this, right? And so the last one that's not even on here was fear of what other people think of us. And you guys, when we think about that, if we all have that fear of what other people are thinking of us, then really they're just thinking about what other people think of them, right? So that automatically should allow you to kind of like let go of that a little bit, because they're only thinking about what you think of them at the moment. Everybody's thinking about what's in it for me, and everybody is worried about what other people think of them. And you're doing so much worrying about what other people think of you that you're not living your life. And other people's opinions don't pay your bills. Other people's opinions are not going to get you fit. Other people's opinions are not going to make it so that you don't have to struggle later on in life and live in an old folks home and be taken care of by the state, right? Other people's opinions don't do that for you. So keep that in mind. Comparison. When we're looking around and spending too much time looking around, guys, it does breed inaction because you're too busy looking at everybody else to actually be taking the steps that you need to. And then you're looking at them going, oh, maybe they're doing this better, or maybe they're doing this better. And then you try to go do something, and then it's not even you. So it takes longer because you're trying to emulate what somebody else is doing. And you don't even know if they're actually being successful, right? You could see their post and maybe it got 150 likes, but maybe it was 150 coaches that liked their post. Or maybe somebody seems more successful than you, but their life is totally different than yours, So you can't compare yourself to anybody else. You can only be the best you can be and set those goals for you. And by doing that and being completely authentic in your own self and stopping looking around and putting those blinders on and just doing the daily behaviors, you're going to attract people to you that are like you, that are more fun to work with because you didn't attract Ryan's tribe, you attracted your own tribe, and you're going to just get so much more done and you're going to feel better about it. Comparison is definitely the thief of joy. If you find yourself looking around and spending tons of time on the news feed, stop it. Stop it. Cut the news feed out. Make a list of people from your friends list. And when you go onto Facebook, go directly into your messenger and just start writing to those people. Do not worry about what anybody else is doing. The employee mentality, right? That holds us back from taking action, waiting for permission for others to do things. This is your business. And I know it's been ingrained in you since little kids, like to go to school and be taught something and be told to, do your homework and, and repeat all through, even when you get a job, you have a boss that you have to go to and they tell you what to do, or they tell you the next assignment, or they hand you the next, goal list or whatever that might be. You can't wait for somebody else to tell you what to do in this business. You have to go out there and just do it on your own. It's your business. You have to be resourceful. You have to run things the way you want to. There's definitely people who have gone before you who have been successful and can pass things down to you that you can take and tweak and make your own and make them work for you. And you can be resourceful in going and finding those things and making them work for you. But don't wait for anybody else to tell you to do something. When I became a coach, I never had the tools that we have on this team. I didn't have a bunch of training calls to go look at. I didn't have templates to look at. Nobody ever added me into, a challenge group or any of those things. I wasn't put in a Coach Basics group. I wasn't put in any of those things. So when I looked at my business and I said, I want to be here, okay, I got to start training people to do this. How am I going to do that? I guess I'd put them in a group, and I just started running it. And I just started creating the posts and sharing what I was doing with other people and showing them what was working for me. And then boom, all of a sudden they were successful, right? And there were some groups that totally failed. I definitely have challenge groups that failed. I'm sure every single person on this team who's been a coach longer than a month has been in a challenge group that's just bombed, where like nobody responds and nobody posts and nobody does anything and it's brutal. But you learn, right? You learn how to improve things. You learn what gets people, to pay attention. Even in your groups that you run for training, you learn the things that work and you learn the things that don't. You fail and you move on. Waiting for the perfect time. Guys, there's never going to be a perfect time. That's like everybody tells you, like it's like getting pregnant, right? Everybody tells you like you can't wait for the perfect time to get pregnant or you'll never have kids. And it's true. You can't wait for the perfect time to work your business. Oh, I'm going to put it off till Saturday because Saturday is the only day that I don't work my other business. No, you have to make sacrifices. You have to sacrifice sleep. You have to sacrifice TV time. Maybe you sacrifice a happy hour. Maybe you sacrifice, I don't know, something that is unnecessary in your life right now. And you spend that time in those cracks of your day working your business. Or maybe you get up earlier or whatever it is. But there's never going to be a perfect time. You have to make it fit in if you want what you want. A case of the some days. I'll do it later. Tomorrow I'll reach out to more people. You guys, if it's, if it's Thursday night and you're like, I haven't reached out to anybody yet, I'll just reach out to 10 people tomorrow. And then Friday comes and you're like, well, it's Friday. Nobody's around. I'll just reach out to, 15 people Saturday morning. And then Saturday morning comes and you drank too much the night before. And so, or you've got a kid's soccer game or something that you need to go to and you rushed out the door so you didn't get your power hour in or whatever it might be. So you're like, oh, it's okay, Sunday night. And then Sunday night comes and you're exhausted. And it happens over and over and over and over and over again. And you never get it done. It's just like the people who sit there day to day and say, someday or one day I'll be rich or when I have this or when I have that. It doesn't happen like that. you have to take the action steps every single day to get to what you want. And if you do it every single day, it becomes a habit. It becomes easier. Your business flows easier. You have that momentum going. If you don't do it and then you're like, oh, I have to sit down and reach out to 25 people right now, dude, that sucks. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to sit down and start 25 new conversations in one sitting. Make it easy on yourself. Take that action every single day that builds up and compounds over time. Expecting instant results. This business is a delayed gratification business. The people you talked to 2 months ago will sign up in a few months. You know what I mean? Maybe they sign up right then and there, but you have to think of it as a business that it's delayed gratification. You're planting those seeds on social media. You're planting those seeds when you talk to people through Messenger. And they may not sign up right away. Just like with your fitness, it's not instant gratification. It takes time, but you guys, that time is going to pass anyways. And if you're doing those daily actions every single day, it's worth it. Fake busyness. I am so guilty of this at times. Fake busyness, where you're sitting there scrolling the news feed and liking people's stuff and commenting on their stuff, or, oh, I need to make this graphic that I can post in my team page to show them what the, sales are for this month. No, you could put the link to the sales and put it up there, or you can, quickly type it out. There's so many things that we do during the day that are just such time sucks, that are just wasting time and making us feel productive, but are actually stealing away our freedom and actually stealing away time from building this business so that we have even more freedom later. So do a really quick gut check and be like, what am I spending my time on really? Am I really being productive? Or is this just wasting time? Am I just doing this so I can act like I'm taking the right actions? Or am I actually taking actions to build my business? And something else that stops you from taking action. You assume talent and not persistence is the key to success. Guys, nobody was born to be a Beachbody coach, right? Nobody was told when they were younger were like, when I grow up, I want to be a Beachbody coach and I'm going to sign the most people out of anybody. It's not how it works, Many of the people in this business weren't just born naturally fit. Most of the people in this business weren't born to use social media. Most of the people in this business had to learn all this stuff as they went, and it had nothing to do with having more talent over anyone else. It was persistency. It was realizing that they had tools and resources at their fingertips that they could go and grab and get at any moment and putting them to action. That is what gets somebody where they want to be in this business. No one is more special than the other person. I am not more special than any single person in this team. At this point, I've just put in more work. How do I avoid these detours into inaction and out of fear? So I love this quote. You must first help yourself before you help others. You guys, it's just like the whole, put your oxygen mask on first, right? And if you were on the National Wake Up Call this morning, you heard Raina talk about how she kind of fell off the wagon for a bit with her fitness and with her consistency, and was feeling like a fraud in her business, wasn't feeling good about things, wasn't taking the actions that she needed to. But the second that she actually committed to a program and started following it from start to finish to a T, all of a sudden she got her back. She started feeling better. And then with that, her business started moving up too, right? Rising tide lifts all ships. So when this starts changing, everything else starts changing. So here's how you change that. Here's how you avoid those detours into inaction, which breed fear. 1, you do the 3 vitals. I know you hear it every single day. I know everybody puts it in their slides. I know you hear it at every single training. And you guys, there's a freaking reason for it. That's how you build your business. The 3 vitals. But more so, it's even more important that you drink your Shakeology every single day, that you do your workout every single day, you read your personal development every single day, and you follow your nutrition plan. How many of you are doing all of those things every single day? How many of you are doing most of them but skipping one? I can tell you that I don't follow my nutrition to a T every time I do a program, and when I don't, I do feel like a fraud. When I don't get as good of results. When I don't have as much to talk about on Facebook, right? When I did the 22-minute hardcore test group and I had to do things by the book, I got amazing results. And because of that, in the first week of the launch of that program, I was at SE22 without really trying. You guys, that's how you build your business. You help yourself first, and people are naturally attracted to that. It's why I did so well the first month as a coach. You know, my first month as a coach, I made $1,300. My first month as a coach, I went diamond. My first month as a coach, you know, I had a buttload of people underneath me, like 20 something people underneath me. And the reason being is because they saw my results. They saw, I wasn't even a coach before that, but I had been posting to, you know, Facebook about doing insanity. I had been posting about drinking my Shakeology. I had posted my before and after photos, and more so, people saw it not only in person, but just even on Facebook. My posts were more positive. I was happier. I was spreading joy. You guys, that attracts people to you. They want part of that. So you must help yourself first before you can help others. And by helping yourself feel better, look better, have more confidence, be healthier, live longer, have a better mentality, be more positive, and create more joy in your life, you're driving yourself towards your why, because other people want in. They're like, oh, look, so-and-so just lost weight during the hardest time of the year. I want to do that. So-and-so just got abs. I've never had abs in my life. Neither has she, but she just did it. I want that. She just posted how she went to get designer jeans that were smaller than she's ever put on in her life, and she couldn't shop at that store before. Whatever it might be, whatever the win might be, you know, oh, she gained more muscle in her arms, or she can do a pull-up or a push-up or whatever. I want to be able to do that. You can't share those things, you guys, if you're not doing them yourself. That is what builds your business. By doing this, it also makes you a way better person at running your challenge groups, because you're in the thick of it. You know what's going on. You know what your challengers need. You know the moment when they need a little bit more encouragement. You know when they need to change up their diet a little bit because like things are either getting stale or boring or not working anymore or plateauing. You know all of those things, and it makes you a better coach overall. And when you have people in your challenge groups that are then getting the results that you just got because you were following those behaviors, you know what happens? They're happier. They love the programs. They love the products. They want to start sharing what's working for them with other people too. Hence, they start inviting other people and they start building their business. And guess what? You don't even really have to do much as far as like coach basics and getting them started. They've already done it. They get it. They know the programs. They know that they get results. They know what Shakeology has done for them. They know how to run a challenge group, what it means to be active and participate in it. The rest is gravy, you guys. The rest is just helping them a little bit with here's a template and here's this and here's that. So keep that in mind. Are you doing those vital behaviors every single day? And are you running a challenge group and actually helping those people get those results? And then the third step is sharing yourself on social media every single day. It's basically like live journaling, you guys. Tell people what your lifestyle is like. Tell people what you love. You know, it's like if you're doing this every single day and you're feeling great, you can't help but shout it from the rooftops. Like, remember when you were a brand new coach and you just wanted to like barf this information all over everybody because you were so excited? That's what happens. When you start feeling good, when you start feeling awesome, it is natural human tendency to want to share those feelings with other people. And because you're happier, you're posting more, you're doing more fun things, you've got a smile on your face, people see that joy spreads and they want to be part of it. So this is really it. The way to get into the behaviors of doing this every single day is just to do it every single day. And when you're doing this every single day, those other actions that you were afraid of before disappear because you've built complete belief in yourself and in what you are doing, and you want to share it with other people. I love this quote down here. Don't wait until you are ready. Take action instead. Take action to be ready. It's so true. All right. New business daily behaviors. All right, so if you have a brand new business, here's what you do. One, let's just break it down, right? Because it can be really, really overwhelming. There's so many things to learn and there's so many things to do. But if you're a new coach who just came through a challenge group, you already know most of the stuff you need to know in order to be a successful coach. So here's what you do. One, you wake up, you check your messages, and you invite 10 new people in a private message. We have templates in the back office. We have templates in our team page. We have templates in the file section of Team Project Fearless. You can access those at any time. You can go and watch a video on YouTube by our team or by another team that tells you how to invite people, how to start those conversations, how to start the hey girls, as we call them. Start 10 new conversations every day. Check your messages and start 10 new conversations every day when you wake up before you go to work. 2, go to work. But be sure to post 3 times per day to social media, sharing your life as like a sneak peek, sharing your brand, sharing how you're feeling, sharing what you're going through, showing your life, showing what you're enjoying, showing what you're doing on a daily basis. Those things are going to attract people to you because they're like, oh, she's like me. And most importantly, how Beachbody is affecting every part of your life, right? So you want to post things that you're doing, but then relate them back to Beachbody. If you just bought a new car and Beachbody helped you do that because the income that you're receiving made it an easier, decision for you, post that. If your husband came home to work with you full time, post that. If you are just not getting that 2 p.m. slump that you used to get while you're sitting at your desk because of Shakeology, post that. If your hair's not falling out in the shower and you're draping the sides of the shower with it all the time anymore because you're drinking Shakeology, if your nails are growing faster, all of those things you can post about. Guys, if you don't know what to post about, there is an entire giant, really, really long list in the files section of the Team Project Fearless page on Facebook that you can go to that will help you with some of that. Also, you can go and look at any of our recorded calls on YouTube about how to use social media to your advantage. But the basis of it is 3 posts per day, guys, about yourself. And if you are reading PD, you can always share something about that, right? If you did your workout, you can always share something about that, right? And if you're drinking Shakeology, you can always share something about that. So there you go. There's 3 posts right there. All right. But you do want to share more of yourself too. You don't want to just share like promotional stuff. All right. 3, do your work on drinking shake. I think I beat that dead horse already. 4, check into new trainings, assignments, or team call and be resourceful. So, and number 5, do it again. Repeat this each day. That's it. Wake up, check your messages, invite 10 people. Go to work and post 3 times. Do your workout, drink your shake, check into the new trainings and be resourceful, check into the assignments that you might have from your coach or whatever that day, and do it again. That's it. And I love this. Even if you're on the right track, you'll get run over if you just sit there. It's true. All right, so once you've nailed that, okay, so you've got those basics down, you've been a coach for like a minute, and you've got those down. What's next? Set some goals for yourself. Set some weekly goals and set some monthly goals. It's really about breaking it down into bite-sized pieces. Like we just showed you how to not be overwhelmed at first by just doing those simple behaviors every single day. So weekly, do your best to get your own health and fitness in and document it publicly. Reach out to 35 new people, right? We said 5 people at least per day, 10 really, but 5 people at least per day. Weekly, join the team call. You're on one right now. I'm preaching to the choir. And try to hit Success Club goal. So if your goal is, 10 points by the end of the month, then you should be signing what? At least 1 coach per week. So make that your goal. Or if you are, if you want more than that, then set whatever that weekly goal is for you. How many people you want to get signed that week. And then you talk to as many people as you need to make that happen. All right, monthly goal. So complete your program, right? Stick to those behaviors we talked about so that you can have results that you can share with other people. Hit Success Club. Maybe you set a goal for yourself to increase your Success Club numbers by at least 2 points from the month before. So maybe you want to assign at least 1 more person, help 1 more person get on their health and fitness journey or get on their coaching journey. Commit to the team calls and learning something new. So monthly, you want to be learning something new, whether that be social media, whether that be how to attract more builders, whether it be, mastering Instagram or whatever it might be, but go out there each month and make it a goal for yourself to improve on something that you need to improve on in order to build your business forward. Maybe it's training groups. Maybe it's putting together a training template. Learn something new every single month and always complete 1 personal development book. They say 15 minutes a day, guys, for your vital behaviors, but I can tell you I do far more than that. And even with far more, I need far more. I can listen to, I listen to it all day long. If I'm in the car, I have social media. I have personal development playing. When I wake up in the morning, I spend at least an hour with a book. Throughout the day, I'll pop on like YouTube videos of old, trainings from other coaches, and I'll watch that. I'll listen to the National Wake Up Call. Maybe that's one of your weekly goals, is to make sure that you listen to the National Wake Up Call recording. Whatever your goal is, make sure that you're setting them and you're hitting them. All right. Keep this in mind, and I loved this, right? Fitness and business. I always talk about, and it's life too, right? So I always talk about how this business has so many things that it just overlaps so much, right? The fitness part with the business part. So it's true, right? Fitness doesn't happen overnight. You're not going to, do an ab workout and the next morning wake up with a six pack. It doesn't work like that. And you know that and you expect that. So why with your business, if you spend a couple days doing this business and you don't have a yes yet, do you think that you just failed and it's not going to work for you? It's not the way it goes. I have to take a sip of water. My throat's like getting super dry. Ooh. You have to track your results to see them, right? So with fitness, you have to take your measurements. You have to take your before photos. You have to, take your weight and track those things. So when you're done with it, you can see where you are. You have to track how much food you ate each day. You have to track the fact that you did your workouts. If you're not tracking those behaviors, chances are you're not getting the results that you want. It's the same thing with your business. Are you reaching out to 5 people a day or 10 people a day? Are you hitting Success Club? Are you posting 3 to 5 times a day on social media? Are you following up with people? Are you tracking your behaviors? And are you doing them every single day? If you're not tracking them, the chances are that you're not doing them. All right, so success is twofold. With fitness, you need nutrition and you need movement, right? Like it's not one or the other. We all know that you can't outwork a bad diet. If you're eating like crap and drinking every night and you throw in Insanity Max 30 the next day, but you're like, oh, this is hard enough. I'm going to be fine. I'll still lose weight. That's not how it works. You don't push through your workouts as hard. You don't get as good of results because you're counteracting what you're doing. And the same thing true with just nutrition. So if you're trying to put muscle mass on, right? If you're trying to be toned and build muscle and you're just cutting calories, you're not going to get to where you want to be. You have to put the two of them together. And so success is twofold in this business too, right? Like we can't just post things on social media and wait for things to come to us. We have to go out and private message people as well. Right? We can't just rely on one or the other. We have to be doing both, and we have to be doing both consistently. As soon as you stop, results get further away. It's the same with this business, right? So as soon as you stop working out and eating right, you're going to start losing whatever gains you had, and it's the same with this business. Even one day can matter, right? Like if I went and I ate cake all day and didn't work out, the next day I'd step on the scale, and chances are I would have hurt some of my results. But if I, stick to a plan and I do it every single day, then I'm always moving forward towards my goals. And it's the same thing with your business. If you're not reaching out every day, you're going backwards. Success looks different for everyone. Some people want this business to be their full-time job and their full-time position. They want to leave their job. They want to make enough money to support their families. They want to make enough money so that they can travel and do whatever they want to and have freedom. And some people just want to make a side income. Or some people just like the fitness aspect of it and like helping people. And so doing challenge groups are enough for them. Or some people just want to get their own Shakeology covered. Success looks different for other people. Some people want rank. Some people rather have more cycle bonuses. Some people, want elite. Some people don't care about that. They just want to know that their income is growing each week. It doesn't matter what your goal, what your success looks like, because it's what it means to you. Just like success looks like something different for somebody in fitness, right? Some people want to build more muscle and have, bigger arms. Some people want to tone and look thinner. Some people, want a six pack. Some people want just like a flat belly. Success looks different on everyone. In comparison is the thief of joy. We already talked about this, right? But like with fitness, you can't look at somebody who, is 5 feet tall and weighs 105 pounds and they're thin and you're 5'7" and be like, hey, like I want to weigh 105 pounds. 105 pounds on you might look ridiculous. In fact, it's probably pretty unhealthy. So you can't compare yourself to anybody else. And don't overcomplicate. Right? With fitness, it's so easy to overcomplicate things. Like you start thinking, oh, dairy is bad for you, so I shouldn't drink dairy. Oh, now I heard that gluten's bad for you, so I shouldn't eat gluten. Oh, wait, they're saying that I should eat potatoes and sweet potatoes. Nope, I shouldn't have carbs. Somebody said I should eat paleo, but somebody else said I should eat vegan. Now I should do CrossFit, or maybe I should do booty yoga, or maybe you can completely overcomplicate it, or you can say, okay, this is a proven system that works for people, and I'm going to follow this to a T and see where I go from there. Right? Same thing with this business. You can try to reinvent the wheel. You can be like, oh, I'm not going to do challenge groups. Instead, I'm going to run networking events in person. Or you can say, I'm not going to, post to social media. Instead, I'm just going to do everything in person. Or instead, you're overcomplicating things. Don't overcomplicate things. Oh, so-and-so posted about this, so I should post about this. No, just be yourself, share yourself, post your stuff, do things consistently, and you will be successful in this business, just like with your fitness. And they go together hand in hand. Guys, if you're following this regimen with your fitness, chances are you're following it with your business. They really go together. You'll see that the top coaches in this business, they are fit. They talk about their fitness. They talk about that, and they are consistent in their business. All right. And it's not easy, right? But you choose, you choose. Is it easy now and hard later? Or is it hard now and easy later? You choose your hard, right? Like your hard could be that you've got heart disease, diabetes, that you're overweight and uncomfortable in your own skin or having health issues. Or you could choose to work out. Which one's more hard for you? And eat right. And the same with this business, right? Like you can choose easy. You could choose to just sit there and watch TV every night. You can choose to not work your business and go have brunch instead. You can choose to not go to a networking event like a Super Saturday because, you have a baby's party or, you want to go golfing with your friends or whatever it might be because that's the easy road at the moment. But then later on, you're still in that same position that you've been in forever wanting to get out of instead of having your husband sit on the couch next to you as a full-time Beachbody coach and 2 stay-at-home dog parents, right? So choose your hard. All right, so let's just break it down real quick. 1, visualize what success means for you, you guys, because like I said, it's different for everybody. What does it mean? What does it feel like? What do you have? How does that feel? It's your why, right? And we always talk about your why, and everybody's like, oh, they want our why again, or oh, they want a video about our why again. But it's so important to really tune into that because it's what's going to keep you going. If you have a strong enough why, you can endure any how, right? And then all of a sudden that how seems really, really simple and silly and easy. And why am I not doing it? Because it's 5 minutes to reach out to 5 new people each day. And once you reach out to them, it's actually really fun. And then they start talking to you and you gain a new friendship or you get that positive energy that you needed for the day or whatever it might be, right? Because spirit works through people. So what's your why? Write it down. And I suggest that if it's been something that's hard for you to stay in touch with, write it down every single day. Put it on Post-its and put it around your house. One of my whys is that I want to be able to bring my nephews to Disney World and pay for everything. I want to be able to bring my family on vacations, for Christmas in the Caribbean or wherever. I wanted Ryan to be home. I wanted to quit my job, did those 2 things, right? Pay down debt, whatever it is, and then get into the feeling. Not just I want this or when I have this, I'll be happy. I'm happy right now, but I'm working towards this. And when I get this, it's going to feel like this, right? So get into that space and really feel like that, what that feels like. And that's going to help you push forward and take those action steps. I just said write it down, so we got there. Decide how long you want it to take and map out some smaller successes along the way. I just told you to go ahead and write out a weekly goal and a monthly goal of things that you want to do for yourself, but have your daily activity trackers out, guys. You can use the BAT. You can use that new one that I just posted on the team page the other day. You can use the old one that we have with the Power Hour tracker. You can use whatever system is going to work for you, but set those daily intentions and those daily actions that you need to take. I need to post 3 times. Great. Put posts, write it down, put 3 boxes next to it. Check them off as you do it. I need to reach out to 5 people. Awesome. Put 5 people, put boxes next to it. Check them off as you go. Do whatever works for you, but set those daily non-negotiables, the weekly non-negotiables. And what's really funny is you'll set the monthly ones, but because you're hitting the daily and the weekly, they're automatically going to happen. All right, look at your daily activities. Are they getting you there or are they holding you back? That's a pretty easy one, guys. Notice the small activities every single day. Your workout, your PD, shakes, invites, posting, follow-ups, repeat are the ones that will get you there. It's really, really easy, really, really easy to do. Really easy not to do. You guys, it doesn't mean that you're not going to get no's. That doesn't mean that you're not going to struggle. It doesn't mean that you might not reach rank at the time that you want it. It doesn't mean that you might not fall from rank. All of those things happen in this business. But if you're doing these activities every single day, chances are your income is growing. Chances are your business is growing. And maybe it's not exactly where you want it to be yet, but it's moving forward, not backwards. So keep that in mind. 6, if you don't know how to do something, figure it out. Figure it out. Like on the last one I just said, if you're doing all those things, if you're working out, you're doing your PD, you're doing your shakes, you're inviting, you're posting, you're following up, and you're doing those all on a consistent basis every single day, and something isn't working in your business, you're not signing coaches, you're not reaching Success Club, something's going wrong and you need to talk to your coach, right? Talk to your coach and ask them. Say, hey, this is what I've got going on. Give them your activity tracker. Say, here's my activities for the last week. You know, I still haven't signed anybody. What's happening? Have them look at your conversations with you. That's what a coach is here for, you guys. That's what a coach is here for. A coach isn't here to be your best friend. A coach isn't here to be your therapist. A coach isn't here to work your business for you. Your coach is here to lead you in the right direction when you fall off and you're doing the work, but you just need guidance and direction because it's your business and you're the CEO of your own business, right? If you owned a restaurant, that's great. Like that I can give you advice on like, you know, how to open the restaurant and whatever, but I can't go there every single day for you and turn that open sign, right? You have to do that yourself. So don't know what to do, figure it out. There's an amazing call that Kat Falcone did that's called, I think it's called How to Be Resourceful or something of that nature. It's on the YouTube channel, on our YouTube channel. But also, you guys, like I said, there's the YouTube channel, there's the team page, there's the back office, there's Google, there's FAQs, there's the, you know, website, like the team website. There's all of these things that you have at your fingertips. So if you don't know how to do something, go look it up and figure it out. If from there you still can't figure out an answer, yeah, ask your coach. But chances are you're going to be able to figure it out. I started with nothing, and I'm telling you that, you guys, it made me a better coach. It made me a better coach to have to go and search for things on my own rather than being spoon-fed them. And 7, enjoy the ride, right? Because it's why we are doing this. And like I said before, when you're enjoying what you're doing, you're spreading joy. And that joy is going to help you be more successful. It is your entire purpose for being on this planet, is to go ahead and spread your light and help others do the same. And with this business, the most beautiful thing is that that's what you're doing for people, right? You know, when you let your own light shine, you allow others to do the same. And when you help enough people, you can have anything you want. That's what you're doing in this business. And that's why the abundance comes to you so vastly when you do start seeing that compound effect happen. All right, what else? Okay, so that's what I have for you for tonight. But I did want to just mention that we are going to start a group that's called the 12-week year. It is going to be based on us reading this book. That's a requirement. In order to join the group, you have to have this book. And you have to be serious about moving your business forward and let your coach know that you want in the group. And you must fill out your business activity tracker, take those action steps every single day, and post that action tracker into the group on Thursdays. Not just for your coach to see, but for the entire group to see, so that they can help you stay accountable, but also so that we can all help each other on like what is working and what's not working and why. And also just sharing your goal with the group. And I said up here, you know, it could also be called the I want to push my business to diamond by December. You know, why not? 12-week year, end the year as a diamond or above. If you're a diamond, you can still join the group and be doing it, but shooting towards whatever your goal is. But the whole premise of this book is about action, you guys. It's that most people procrastinate because they keep thinking that, you know, they have more time than they do. They keep thinking, oh, you know, I've got this much time to get to my goal. And then it's not till the end of the year when they start taking things seriously because they have that deadline of year end that they're like, oh, crap. And they start taking things more seriously and getting down to business, right? And taking those steps and actions to get to what they want. But if you treated each week like a month, how much more successful could you be? You'd get as much done as most people get done in a year in 12 weeks. So it's all about those action steps. This book's really going to help you with that. So I want anybody who wants to be in this group to let us know, grab this book, and that's what your requirements are. It's basically reading this book and doing your daily behaviors, posting that BAT on Thursdays. And what you can expect from the group is that it's a little bit different. It's not going to be your typical training group where you see that people post the daily post and then you go in, you do your activity for the day. Because you know what, in my honest opinion, I feel like it distracts you and takes time from what you actually should be doing. And for those who have limited time, it's more important to be actually doing the actions to get there, right? So what I rather see is posting in the group when you have a question, posting a post and saying, hey guys, this post didn't do that well. Can you give me some feedback for my next post? Or posting a conversation that went well and saying, hey, this is a conversation I just had and it led to a sale, you know, like take a peek at it. Or, hey, I just had this objection. I'm not quite sure how to respond to it. I want it to be used for actual activities. And for those who are diamond and above in the group to be sharing with you the nitty-gritty details of what they're doing on a daily basis that's giving them the successes that they have. So that's what that group is going to be about. And that's all I had for you tonight. If you guys have questions, I certainly can answer them. But I'm going to stop recording.